Welcome to the bold analysis, ladies and gentlemen. Former President Uhuru Kenyatta has been trending for the better part of this Monday. And the former president is trending because of the plans that have leaked ahead of the NDC that is supposed to be held on September 26th, where the party is going to give direction. You must remember, the September NDC is coming ahead of ODM NDC that is supposed to be held at the coast. And in this podcast, we look at why Uhuru Kenyatta is handing over Jubilee Party to Matiangi. But in a wider perspective, you will see how the Mount Kenya team are embracing Matiangi as the solid voice. Kindly subscribe to our channel, click the notification bell, and like our videos. Thank you very much for supporting this podcast. We do this each and every day because of your support, and we say thank you very much. Remember to visit our foundation channel, The Bold Foundation, which is a new channel. We cover human interest stories and inspirational stories. So you can also visit there, and we can also feature your story. So they featured my story last week, and this week and next week we can still feature your story. You can reach out about that. I had a conversation by a very eminent person in this channel today. And throughout our almost 1 hour conversation, there is something I took from that conversation. She told me, this country needs someone who will say no, and it is a no. This country don't need a man who will say, let me think about it. Let me think about it is another word for what is in it for me. Think about it will be another call asking for what is in it for me. This is it. Dr. Fred Matiangi has emerged as a leading frontrunner to bank the opposition ticket to face off with William Ruto in 2027. And while the details of emerge now, Uhuru Kenyatta is reported to have planned to hand over Jubilee Party to Fred Matiangi on 26th of December. Remember, he had committed, Matiangi was out to, as announced his bid for presidency. But I think it will also be, it will also come at a very critical stage on the politics of the country. The convention, convened by the party leader and the former President Uhuru Kenyatta, will commence at 8 a.m. and is expected to be a significant milestone in Jubilee's bid to rebuild and regain momentum. And this is going to make swift changes on the party leadership. Apart from the party leader position, and I support the move by Uhuru Kenyatta to relinquish party leadership at this point and probably play boardroom politics. It will be more effective at this point. The tenure of Jubilee Secretary General Jeremiah Kioni as the Jubilee SG is also likely to come to an end as the party hunts a new Secretary General. You know, let's say the truth. Jeremiah Kioni is one of the most visible UDA leaders at the moment. But in the ongoing united opposition consultations that have been going on, he's been an absentee And a low-key chairman, Saitoti, someone there, has been the only person attending those meetings. And in several occasions, Jeremiah Kioni has been attacking Rigathi Gachagua. The truth of the matter at this point is that you cannot disparage Rigathi and you still want to remove William Ruto. You know, you have to give the man his flowers. I think he's really rebuilt himself from the stone that was thrown. He's come out of all that and has, you know, stamped his authority back in the political fold. I looked at his rallies over the weekend. He's fairly doing well. You cannot take away the credits from him. So Kioni is being perceived at the moment that he's not really pushing the opposition agenda, and I'm a bit more convinced. He's not pushing. Remember, Jubilee Party as a single party with the political ecosystem we have, that party cannot mount a strong opposition against the state. So two boxes that Kioni does not take. He's failed to push, or rather to resuscitate and activate the Jubilee base. And also, he sends mixed signals of embracing Ruto and that he can be considered a mole. The move to consolidate and unveil the 2027 candidate by the opposition is seen as the next step to open the 2027 campaigns that are going to start very fast and very early. A second gesture to show you that Matian'gi is being propped up ahead of Kalonzo to take the mantle. Kajiado Senator Seki today, Kajiado Senator who was elected on UDA, has been, and not has been, is a strong Rigathi ally. He convened a meeting with a section of DCP leaders, meeting Matian'gi, and after that meeting, he came up and issued this statement.
Asante sana. Hapa tuko Kajiado na tumekuwa na mheshimiwa wetu Daktari Matian'gi ambaye ni kiongozi wetu wa nchi, na mimi kama senator wa kaunti ya Kajiado nimeweza kumkaribisha, maana ako katika nafasi ya kuongea na kuzungumza na marafiki. Leo tumekuja kukutana na marafiki, nimekuja kuintroduce kwa marafiki wetu, maana ni kiongozi wetu na ni kiongozi ambaye tunamtarajia kesho aongoze nchi yetu ya Kenya. Kwa hivyo tuko pamoja, tunatembea pamoja, na kama opposition ambaye sasa hivi tumeamua kwamba tutakomboa nchi yetu ya Kenya, tuko pamoja kuongea sisi wote, na yeye ni mmoja wa wale ambaye tunatarajia kwamba atakuwa president wetu 2027. So Mungu akitujalia sisi tutaongea na yeye na Kalonzo, mheshimiwa Kalonzo, mheshimiwa Rigathi Gachagua na hao wengine wote, ili tupate kiongozi mmoja katika taifa letu la Kenya. Mungu awabariki sana. Tuko katika mazungumzo hayo. Asante.
Thank you.
Na karibu, Your Excellency.
Thank you so much.
Asante, my brother. I'm humble. I'm humble. I'm humble.
Thank you ever so much.
Thank you, my brother.
For the time that you took for this meeting.
Asante sana.
I'm truly grateful.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Asante. Thank you so much.
So Seki, this is also a signal. For better part of the day today, the United Opposition team has been locked up in a meeting to unveil the name of their coalition, and with the right time before next year, also unveil their candidate and hit the campaign trail. While Kalonzo Musyoka takes a diplomatic approach, you will realize that of late, Matiangi, who was talking as if, who was very lukewarm in confronting President Ruto, is now adopting a combative language and facing Ruto head-on. Something that I did say that the nature of our politics, we are not still in the gentleman politics.
Amewahi kuwa katika ofisi za uongozi katika taifa letu wakiongea kiholela kwa mambo ya usalama. Hakuna mtu anaweza kuongea kiholela kama umewahi kuwa na ofisi hapo awali. Haiwezekani. Na mimi nataka kushukuru former waziri Matiangi kwa sababu amejiweka kwa njia ambayo ameheshimu ile ofisi amewahi kuwa waziri kama mimi. Hakuna siku nitatoka hiyo ofisi alafu wakati muda wangu umeisha nimetoka kwa hiyo ofisi niende niongee kiholela kuhusu security ya nchi. Nimeona wale wamewahi kushika ofisi za juu. Vice President Kalonzo, former Vice President wa Munyoro.
They have started season 2 of those lies. They're flying around the country, they're telling people about empowerment. I mean, what do 64 shillings do to anybody? Or 100 shillings? Now they are bamboozling villagers, with helicopters and so on. You're smart people. I mean, you more than anyone else as educated people who have engaged in research, who analyze information. Please, wonderful people. There are people who lost their lives fighting for the independence of this country. What we are being asked to do is nothing compared to what some of our forefathers have done. The sacrifices people have made to get Kenya to where it is. There are other people. I mean, I'll be honest with you, and then let's say things the way they are. There are people, including Muzeraila himself, who have gone to detention, and other people suffering for this country to get us to where we are today. And many of those people, I cannot name today, who went to detention, suffered, getting us where we are today. What we are being asked today is to make the right decision for Kenya. And the right decision for Kenya is that our good friends in the administration have clearly failed to manage the country. And you don't even need a PhD, it's not rocket science. You can see clearly they cannot manage the country. And in place of, because governments, if you are an incumbent government, you run on your record. Because what they should be trumpeting now is their record, saying, please, we need more time so that we can complete this. You can't ask for more time to do nothing. Because you have done nothing, you're asking for more time to do more nothing.
We're in the politics of injecting. And if you don't inject, you are perceived, number one, as someone who is not, someone who is not doing the right thing. Someone who is not doing the right thing. So at this moment, he's changed his language and is now strongly pressing where he's supposed to press. George Natembeya has come out as a strong crusader for Matiangi candidature as the opposition works on elimination method to narrow down the ticket to the two people on who is going to lead. So I want to look at Matiangi change point for 2027. But before that, there is maybe, let me call it an advisory to the opposition. It is true there is a euphoria. And the one term is a euphoria and a slogan. The opposition should not underestimate the power of money. And what the state and Ruto team are doing, while we can disparage it in media, we can look at it and say it's not the right thing. But they are talking to the people. I want you to imagine, after meeting 5,000 grassroots leaders from Kiambu in State House, just within the span of these 2 weeks, last week and this week, There was a delegation from Turkana. On Saturday, this Saturday, the president and the team, through the provincial administration, the county commissioners and that, are going to meet 5,000, again, grassroots leaders mobilized from Murang'a. Today, the same day, on this Monday, Kithure Kindiki was meeting another delegation of 1,500 women from Laikipia. Let me tell you one thing. Yes, there is a problem of affordable housing. There is a problem of SHA. But these people are being given a lot of money. And I think at this point, I have seen opposition because of disruptions. Whenever they organize events, the state will always plan on how they're disrupted. So they are shying away from bit of closed events. And they opt more for roadside rallies, making stopovers in the buckets. It is high time that opposition plans structured engagement with the people. If you listen to the way President is lying to our mothers and brothers and sisters who are in State House about the track record, you cannot even think about what's happening. And this is the change point. That is my word for the opposition. You can't sit and say it is one term. So you make a post, it is one term. There is a statement that, Nani was making, Nuru Kanga, that Kalonzo only meets people just shida in Kenya, what are they doing? This is what must come out. There is a problem in this country called wage bill. 50% of what we collect is paying salaries. That is the first thing, that is the first place we must go to. Unfortunately, no president wants to touch it. Ruto made some cosmetic statement, I'm going to slash my salary, is it a month or something? It is a very cosmetic environment. Every government would want to go slow about it. Can you come and tell the country, the current president earns 2 million plus blah, blah. The current president has a confidential budget. Can you come and tell Wanjiku that if I become president, I can slash that salary by half? But then I don't understand why president needs a salary. Doesn't even need salary. If everything has been given, security, accommodation, everything, where must we pay as president salary? And the day and you meet your MPs and tell them, let us go and sell this agenda to the people. When we come to parliament, we'll push so that salary is slashed from 750,000 probably to 400,000. MPs can survive on that cut. With that, you will even reduce the pressure where teachers and the others, and empower the others. Talk about wage bill. The country is going to listen to you. Oh, someone should share this podcast with Kina Matiangi. As you're coming up with manifesto, as you're coming up with the opposition prepares what to tell the country, talk to the country about wage bill. How do you want to address it? Number 2, save the middle class from the payslip torment. The payslip has been raided by Kenya Kwanza, and the payslip is almost becoming an orphan. Save the payslip. Save the payslip. Find out. There is money called NSSF. From experience, it is the most difficult one to recoup. At least hii hata NHIF na isha hii hata unaenda unatibiwa. Hii yenye ni retirement, kupata hiyo pesa Let's have a candid conversation. The country wants to talk about what are you going to do. Like Shah has tormented the payslip. The housing levy has tormented. Just salvage the payslip. The middle class are going to listen to you. Number 3, the debt bulge. I'm going to analyze it in my next video. No, we are talking about debts. Now, debt is very relational. Can we just come up with a policy and make it public? And not make popular that you can't achieve? Because remember, if you don't do it, this country just needs someone who says is a no. Just the debt. Tell us. Talk to the country about your debt. They will listen. They will listen. And probably people will get to understand where are we, how we're going to do it. And all this, you cannot say these things in rallies. Remember, you cannot say these things in rallies. These things can be said through structured engagements. And number 4, establish the social contact with the voter. Spend more time talking to the voter than staying in the hotels for press briefing, for meeting. You cannot be having weekly meetings like cabinet meetings. The closed hotel meetings should not be more than a funeral there, a wedding there, a rally there. Just get out. I've always been saying, let Matiangi and Rigathi get to the middle of Kisumu, let them be heckled. Kwani ni sawa? Let them get to Uasin Gishu. Let's see what can happen. Let them get to Eldoret. So that they must show the country. They must show the country the might. That indeed, we are in it, and we mean it, and we're pushing it. Thank you.